Good morning. I'm too lazy to go back in this house and show you my gizmo. It's 75 degrees out here. Birds are loud. I did do a little bit of thinning of the basil, which has to be thinned some more. I found a drink called the basil mash. Gin basil mash, and I had one the other night. Maybe I'll have another one tonight and help clean out this basil so it can thrive. This is doing much better, so I will do my part and have a basil mash. And my flowers. Guess I'm going to water today, even though we had a lot of rain the other day. I feel like this is looking a little droopy. The ones with the yellow flowers are not looking so fab on that. Oops, trying to get around the chair. See if I've got new flowers coming. I got a little beat up in the rain, so we'll see. These are looking pretty. Could do a little trimming, I guess. And then these little white ones. Anyway, good morning. It's Barbara. Thank you for joining me for coffee. It's a little muggy out here. I didn't spend too much time out here yesterday. I did come out last night with the idea that I was going to sit out here and read my book. And I killed 2 mosquitoes landing on me and obviously missed a couple undecided. I'm glad the insect apocalypse isn't as bad as I thought it was, but you know. So I went back in. So not a lot of time spent outside. The sun is coming out though. It's pretty heavy cloud cover, but there is some blue out there. So it's Sunday today. Happy Sunday. Happy Monday to you, Megan, and those of you on the other side of the date line. Oh, with the sun out, it just makes all the difference, you know. Doesn't feel quite so muggy all of a sudden. Very funny. Anyway, Aura's coming for dinner tonight. Dennis is making plietska, something like that. I can't remember the name of that Serbian burger dish that we have the Ivar for. And so we're having that, and Dennis's homemade sauerkraut. So that's for dinner tonight. We were having her tomorrow night, but Kim and Terry are coming, I think. So spread the visits out a little bit. Yeah. So I'll be cleaning the house because I have been getting the itch to clean. I talked to Dennis yesterday about I may be asking you to vacuum because I just was feeling like Aura hasn't been over for dinner for almost 2 weeks now because I was away last weekend. And anyway, I haven't done very much around the house. I don't really do much around the house when I don't have to. I've swept a couple times. That's about it. It's not too cluttered, really, but it's dusty and we need to, and the floor is a mess because the dogs have been not only bringing in sticks, but Dennis had pulled a few weeds with really long roots. We have these little roots in the living room on the floor. It's a little bit like Pan's Labyrinth, that thing under the bed. But anyway, the house needs attention. So I will be giving the house some attention today to help me stop feeling so like I'm ready to clean. And so I need it for myself, and Aura's coming, so we want her to have a pleasant experience. Ooh, maybe I'll make her a basil mash. Nah, she's been a wine drinker lately, so she's been drinking Dennis's wine. But yeah. So I ended up knitting last night. We went to Aura's yesterday and hung out with her for a little while, and I went and ran and got her mail and put her dishes away, and it's driving her crazy. The dishes were all stacked up, but she can't put them away. I'm like, do you want me to put these all away? Because she can't put them away because she can't reach, which means she can't get them again when she wants them. She's been having company, you know, and there were quite a stack. So I left her like one of each thing down on the counter. So she had a little place setting so that she wouldn't have to try to reach anything. And if anybody needed more than that, they can be the tall one and get it for her. So anyway, so we were there keeping her company, looking through her mail, helping her look through her mail and things like that. So hung out for a little while. And then as we were leaving, she got a phone call from a friend. And when I talked to her later in the evening, that friend had come over. So she had lots of company yesterday. And she's coming here today, and Kim and Terry are coming tomorrow. So that's what we did in the afternoon. And then I ended up watching some TV and working on my elm. I hope you can see this. I do have my glasses. It's a little glary for me. That's the problem. My elm leaf shawlette. I am on the last section of the elm leaf pattern. I did better this time. I was more, a little bit better. I still was off at least once. So, because it goes garter, elm leaf pattern, garter, elm leaf pattern. So this shawlette can be worn on either side out. They both look great, which is what I really like. So Valerie knows me. Well, some of you OGs know me. I like a shawl that you can wear either way. And so I have this lace to finish and then one more panel of the garter, and then I'm done. It is a shawlette. It's just for like a little something something around your neck. So I'm very excited. I love the yarn. This is the Crafty Toads did a special request yarn for me based on the Flaming June picture. And I'm really loving how it's knitting up. Thank you, ladies. Really loving how it's knitting up. I got 2 skeins of it. The other skein is going to be in my penguin, I'm quite sure. So one thing I watched last night was a documentary called 63 Up. I hadn't seen it before. I had seen all the other ones. Back in the 50s. Well, 63. They in the early 60s. These people are about my age, a couple years younger than me. In the early 60s, they had a television documentary project called 7 Up. And they basically interviewed, I think, about 10 7-year-olds from all different classes, boys and girls, and all different classes, i.e. social classes in Britain in the early 60s. And the premise of the whole thing was, if you look at the 7-year-old, you'll see the adult. The 7-year-old is the father of the, is the precursor to the person. And you will be able to see the 7-year-old all the way through these people's lives. It's an interesting thing. And they went back and did a documentary with these same people every 7 years. And this one I just watched was 2019. Every 7 years. So when they were 7, when they were 14, when they were 21, 28. And this one was when they were 63. Not all of the people continued to participate. One young man stopped. I think the 21 was the last one he did. And he never did another one after that. He never consented to be part of the documentary after that. Because, of course, these 7-year-olds were put in it by their teachers and their parents. And I thought it was interesting because that guy went to work for the BBC. but he stopped participating. And people stopped participating in between a little bit and, you know, whatever. But so they weren't all there, but it was really interesting. I had found this fascinating. I had found it, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago. And I watched all the ones up until then. And I've kind of kept up with it, but this one I watched last night was made in 2019. So it was before COVID. But like I said, these guys are about my same age. I think they're 2019, so they'll be 66 right now. So anyway, it's really fascinating. The later ones, you can probably skip the earlier ones when they're interviewing. I mean, the premise is there for the 7-year-olds and stuff like that, but they do a review of everybody every time they do one of these documentaries. So I found it on BritBox, and I searched on BritBox for 7-Up, which was the first one, and didn't find it. But I bet you could find it on YouTube. So it's 7-Up, 14-Up, 21-Up. The one they have on, and I only look for 7-Up, so they may have other ones, but the one I found was 63-Up. So I watched that. It was very interesting. I remembered these people pretty well. You know, I remembered they didn't show me any past things that I hadn't remembered. So yeah, it's interesting to see where they are. And this was done in 2019. So they asked them what they thought about Brexit and, you know, things like that. So, yeah. So I watched that and I knit. I got off a couple times, but no one would be able to tell. Even Justina Lorkovka. I didn't say that right. The designer, Justina. Lorkowska. Justina Lorkowska. Justina Lorkowska. And that's a picture of her. She wouldn't even be able to tell that I got off, I'm sure. So, anyway. So that was my yesterday. Today I'm going to clean. Oh, and it's Sunday, so I'm hoping to have my crafting with Christy tonight. I have all my drinks, glasses done for all my June days. So I just have to put in all the drinks, all the yellow drinks. It's like every other day was 77. I'm not complaining. I mean, that was a very lovely temperature. I think it's 77 now, isn't it, girls? Girls are going in and out. They're like, why are you outside? Come in. Well, I'll be doing that tonight, so that'll probably be the most of my crafting. So there you go. There you go. Probably going to rain a little bit today. I don't know. Who knows? We could have a little thunder. Not our favorite with Pearl. But we'll have a little aura time. The girls will be very excited. Please don't make us get a Band-Aid for Aura tonight. Maisie, she gets very excited. So I don't know what's going to be like when the little girls are here. I'm going to do a lot of protecting. Am I going to have to do a lot of protecting, aren't I? Yeah. From you. From your loving. Yeah. Maybe we'll get some good training in. Could happen. Would be good for her. She is trainable. It's true. If she's not trained, it's not her fault. Anyway, I'm going to say goodbye. Please, please take good care of yourselves. Please, please stay safe and stay sane.